Dude, get out of here. What the hell was that? As you can see, that's not how a tyre is meant to look. I may as well just abort a MUX. If I don't outdrive you on something this trip, wasting my time. I ain't doing nothing that I ain't done a cop to. Living well, I've been selling the things I brought through. And if y'all don't know the name, then believe me that you about to. That's because we got a patrol, mate. And the other car, it takes 6 days. Proudly supported by our back equipment, Tread, and in part by. Welcome back to day 3 of our adventure. After a very wet and muddy morning in Lithgow, we decided to head further west out towards Sunny Corner in search of some more fun four-wheel drive tracks, nice riverside camping, and hopefully find some sunshine out there. Like a movie, done some things you couldn't make up. Y'all can put it on my tab and I'm prepared for when I meet my maker. Till then it's nice whips, no show. Yeah, homie, yo, bitch, my photo. It's big facts, I want all the smoke. Cause you know that the flow forever with this way to go. After arriving down on the river, our first task was to find ourselves a nice lunch spot. Just put a little bit of sunscreen on it. It's like quite hot out here under those clouds. So we have arrived down here at Sunny Corner, or Dark Corner, probably Sunny Corner you call this. Awesome spot, and we're down on the creek/river, so we're going to have a swim here and have a bit of lunch, soak this area in. It was an awesome little spot there to have some lunch and a swim, but we didn't hang around too long as we were keen to tackle the infamous Jackass Hill. Finished up lunch and I'm gonna have a go at, do they call it Jackass Hill or Bastard Hill? I'm not sure, but it's a very rugged hill out this way. But I'm gonna have a go and see how it performs. Send it, boys. Right, it's just, had to send that a bit in the end with both lockers on there, and it launched itself up there. When I got this patrol and it's all done up, coming straight, I'm like, yeah, I can just do every hard track now, but you got to relearn how to drive the vehicle again, and that's something I didn't think would happen, but I've quickly learned does happen. You don't, like, even though it's much more capable than the nav, my ability to drive it doesn't increase that same amount. So just in that situation, driving a patrol, I got to remember I can use a bit more momentum and kind of bounce it up things, and it's not really stressing it out because it's built for that, with big diffs, big suspension, all that. Dad was up next in the MUX and decided to have a crack at the other line to what I did in the patrol. You got that all good?
Yeah, it's good.
I think it only gets worse, but it's not a long hill, so like it's only another 150 metres something.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we'll check the next couple of bits, and
that's
Dad Knight. That first bit, he just went the different line there to me. Had a whole audience of people there watching us as well, but it's only a short hill, this one. A couple hundred metres up through there, but we'll check out the next bit.
we continued scrabbling our way up this hill. Dad got a little bit caught out there in the next section and we had to try and reposition him around a little bit to find a better line.
Yeah, get up on it and then straddle that hole a bit, because if you fall in it, that'll probably do ya. You're sitting on your bash plate a bit. Oh, he's up. I may as well just aboard a MUX. If I don't outdrive you on something this trip, wasting my time.
Oh, this is great, isn't it? And it's at its best traction too after the rain.
Yeah, a little bit of rain to soften it up a bit.
Oh, it's great.
The worst is in front of me.
We're in our element, mate.
Yeah. Getting a good sweat up again after that swim. So this is the top peak of the climb, which is probably the worst looking bit as well. So this should be fun getting up this. I'll just start with the rear locker only. The key with this hill seems to be just to hold a bit of momentum on well, whew, I smell burning tyre. A bit of rubber on those rocks. Yeah, certainly held a bit of momentum. Holy dooly. This, that's the difference of a big solid axle patrol. That's where it really comes into its own. Being able to momentum up rocks like that with it. I would not do that in the out. You'd surely break it. You're trying to climb a big rock there on your passenger side, so if you miss it, you'll do yourself a whole heap of favours. So if you come like half a foot this direction. Nah, you're still on it. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Be kidding me. Dude, get out of here. What the hell was that? Oh, that's no one to believe him. 32s, just a rear locker, 2-inch lift. It's not really the common car you take up this hill. Oh my god.
I was grinning then, bud.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was in disbelief.
Yeah, how good was that? I loved it.
I didn't think you were getting up there that easy or at all.
Oh, they're high thrills.
Like you drove it the perfect way. Like there was no better way to drive it in regards to momentum and throttle control and sort of holding it through those bits of spin, but none of it looked deadly.
Like it was real grabby brake.
Yeah, like because sometimes it'll start spinning, then you can hold and just start bouncing and you're thinking, geez, you're about to snap something here.
But it just always had that little bit of want, didn't it?
Yeah, just like kept moving through everything.
You smell the rubber burning.
Yeah, I did on mine too. Did you see mine go up?
Yeah, yeah.
Mine just like bounced and bounced all the
But
way.
it's worth burning a bit of rubber for that much fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you haven't got to go down and buy a new set of tyres like doing a burnout.
Well, there's no part of me that was seeing we were coming out here and you were going to drive that hill with me. I was thinking I was driving it. And
I was going home.
You were like...
Going home, my tail between
yeah,
my legs.
going another way.
Oh, it was great, mate. That was high thrill.
Yeah. Yeah, it was worth coming out here just to do that hill.
Oh, for sure. I loved it.
Up off that hill, we're going to take Pinnacle Fire Trail now, out towards Turon River National Park, I believe it is.
All my walls are covered in words, and while you sleep, I mark my goals. Stand tall, think clear. Don't let them see a hint of fear. Lines and dots zoom in
Down in the Turon River National Park on a few of these creek crossings where you crisscross across, well, the Turon River. Absolutely beautiful national park down in here. Nice area to explore and that if you're sort of new to four-wheel driving or got a more standish vehicle. Lots of nice creek crossings and a few little you know, mild, very mild challenges on the tracks in between, but
not exactly sure what it is, but there's something always exciting about driving your four-wheel drive across a river. Anyways, we'd had plenty of fun for the day and it was getting late, so we were keen to find a nice camp spot to set up for the night.
it's about 5 o'clock, so we're gonna pull up and call this camp for the night. Beautiful spot here on the river. Obviously we are camping close to the river, and I know some people always like, oh, you shouldn't camp so close to the river, which definitely in certain situations is not a good idea, but I've sort of looked at the weather. There's not really too much rain around. Worst case scenarios is like that like little sprinkly misty stuff, but yeah, no heavy rain or storms or anything coming, and it's also very quick to get out of here if we need to. There's a path right there, so obviously if it came in pouring rain in the night or something, I guess we could always get out of here. But it's worth it for a beautiful spot like this right on the river. So I'll set up there, Dad will set up here. Good thing about having the stretchers is we can sleep on the rocks and it doesn't make a difference. And then there's a big swimming hole right here, a couple of swing ropes and that, so I might even have a go with them, and we'll set up a fire in the middle here too. Can't believe this spot we've scored here. This is so good. We had lots of fun there on that rope swing. The sun's out now, shining down through here on our camp. It's bloody beautiful. We're going to cook up a little bit of dinner now. This afternoon at camp we have new product review with Malachi. What do you got?
So we got some juice in a big juice holder. Oh geez, it's very sunny up there. Look guys, it's pretty sunny.
Pretty sunny up there.
We're gonna need a hat, I guess.
Gonna need a hat. If only we had a hat somewhere.
Oh my god, that's so convenient. How did that just get here? Magically.
So not only do we have Dad's Dumb Decisions stubby coolers, we have Dad's Dumb Decisions hats.
Yep.
This four-wheel driving is a confidence builder. It does you a heap of good deep within,
Hey, that's cooking.
which you've said yourself.
Hey, do you want burnt dinner or?
Yeah, I mean, like, you kind of get used to those situations where things go wrong. And
What's the worst thing that can happen, really? Think about it. Like, you're on the side of the road, I mean, what can go wrong?
yeah.
Take a deep breath, run fast, and don't stop at the edge. You can be anything you want. You can be everything you choose. Do not let it slip away. 'Cause if you never try it, you never know. You can be anything you want.
I tell you what, that camp spot will definitely go down as one of my all-time favourites. After packing up, we started heading out of the Turon River National Park via a few water crossings.
Took that into Kap Industries, they say Kap Industries, pretty sure it's Kap Industries because I've got in trouble with people for this before, but I probably still got it wrong anyway. But yeah, dropped him back in there. I just topped up on fuel on the patrol here just to make sure I got enough. I don't know where the next fuel station is. And we've come back out. We're heading out through Turon Gates and over towards Sofala. It's just a basic dirt road through here, but it's an awesome drive through the countryside and that. And there's a few little creek crossings and stuff on the way for a bit of excitement.
You, I'm wrong, I'm gone. Y'all can catch the wave that I am on. I am icon, y'all are wide wrong. Think that I'm a reconciled bond, so ain't nothing to it though. This is on me, ain't got much to do with who you know. Keeping it true to form 10 L's into a milli though. But they already knew that those farewell to your opinions. Know that he is so. This is all me, ain't got much to do with who you know. Yeah, keeping it true to form, but they already knew that y'all. Here we go.
I'ma show you who I am unbreakable. I don't think you understand. Watch me escape.
Last time we came through here, which is a little over 12 months ago now, this whole area is flooding because there'd been a heap of rain the recent days before we got here. And I remember we sat here for about an hour or so debating whether or not to go across this because it was a whole lot deeper and this whole river was flooded. We ended up getting across, but yeah, very different today to what it was then.
Read it written in subpoenas, so in other words, the game that need us, we just reinvigorated, a little agitated, had to get them activated, all kind of activated.
We're not too far from Sofala now, maybe another 15 minutes or so, but the morning's getting on and this sun is out and it's quite warm, and this is what I've been wanting this trip. I've been wanting sunshine and nice swimming spots, so we sort of parked the patrol here on the edge of this creek, which is this will be still the Turon River, same as what we camped on this morning. This morning we camped right up near the head of it, but then today we're sort of heading way further down it. So I parked here and we'll have a swim and play around here, I reckon, and have some lunch and then keep going. Now this is bloody living. I got the table out, 2 chairs, car in the creek, the suns are shining and we're sitting here enjoying lunch and letting that water flow all around our feet and that. Top day, top spot. After lunch we came in through Sofala. We weren't far from there at all where we had lunch. Then we come out the other side, sort of on the way towards Hill End, but we're doing this awesome track I know out in this area that follows the Turon River, sort of crisscrosses it a heap of times and follows through this bit of a canyon and gorge area. It's an unreal track, and this is the one that Dad and I did last time, geez, when it was flooding out here, and that was a pretty crazy day. That was a very deep crossing, so today will be definitely a bit more chill and just enjoying the scenic and beauty of it.
Just an unreal drive through this place. I'm loving this. I love it out here, and I love all these water crossings and this sort of bit of a lesser used track. Kind of feels like you're out here on your own, really exploring. Can get a bit soft in these river crossings too, so you have to be a bit cautious of that. You know, it gets like that real river, gravelly, sort of sandy, whatever you want to call it. So a couple of times I've been there and I felt it start to churn a bit. I'm like, am I in 4-wheel drive? And I am. I'm just like, it must be just soft in there.
And take seats. I hate to be the one say I ain't keep 100. Dread you changing me, we major league. They pay to see the way that we come and compete. It's clear to me, you talking off and me. You say the least, you better believe we been through the ringer, we're through to them arenas. Menu that's for dinner or the ring of 5 fingers. And the difference that's between us, read it written in subpoenas. So in other words, the game that need us, we just reinvigorated. A little agitated, had to get them activated. No kind of active ain't it. And my occupation got me acting jaded, but I'm obligated later. Rest of conversating, be an understatement just to say that.
The other thing with these crossings is I'm always one for, oh, nice and steady through all your river crossings, but on the occasion, some of them do require a little bit more momentum, and today is one of those days on a few of these, just with that soft, like gravelly, sandy, river bottom stuff. If you slow down too much, you feel it really start to bury in, so you can sort of get a feel for it as you go in and then adjust accordingly. But yeah, on some of these, I am keeping that little bit of momentum going.
This is all me, ain't got much to do with you. Yeah, keeping it true to form, but they already knew that though, so here we go.
I'ma show you who I am unbreakable. I don't think you understand. Watch me escape it all. The world is in my hands. I am unbreakable. I'ma show you who I am.
Yeah, they don't know their own strength. We go to length to show them all. That's why we came with no restraint. Anywhere we go against it's over with. We pull the boulder at the bottom, mold it, and just know that we
Right out in the middle of this track now, back at the first maybe K of it, or 500 metres. We passed a few campers and that, but once you get past that initial bit, you're sort of out here on your own, and you've got this spectacular rock formation that sort of leans in over the river there. It's super cool. Make an awesome camp spot here too. There's a couple nice camps up along this bank here and then back down over there, but I think we will keep going for a little while yet. I don't know if we'll camp on this track or if we'll keep heading off somewhere else. Love this part of the world out here. It's so nice, and it's kind of good to be away from the mountains a bit, about away from that Lithgow and Blue Mountains and that, because that's where sort of that cold rainy weather hangs. It's a bit warmer out here, the rivers are warmer, and we haven't been hit with any rain today, so it's been good to be able to swim and stuff like that.
This one's got a bit of depth. I have to be careful on this track because this patrol has no snorkel. Getting the snorkel done actually the day after I get back from this trip. But yeah, you have to sort of walk the lines because sometimes, you know, half a car width one way or the other can be fair depth difference. The advantage I have is patrol's very high, so even on like, you know, it has to get very deep for it's going to be a problem. And also being a petrol, if I get a slight bit of water in there, like it's not as deadly as a slight bit of water in a diesel.
The other thing of that crossing is it was a bit deeper here on the driver's side, but the airbox on the TB48 is over here on the passenger side, and it's sort of right up here pretty high, and the intake's up around there somewhere, so you know, you're still well away from it. Made it to the end of the track. That's the exit up out there, up onto the road. It's getting late. Well, it's not too late. It's maybe about 5:30. So rather than sort of get up the main road and then head off somewhere else, we're just going to camp here at the end. We've got a nice spot up, perched up here on the banks of the river. Nice deep swimming hole there, and I reckon, yeah, we'll collect a bit of wood and soak this spot in tonight. We're definitely scoring ourselves some top campsites the last couple of nights. That sun is just about to disappear over behind that hill there now, but it's been good soaking this sun in this afternoon. The plan of this trip was to do a couple more harder tracks in the patrol. Like I was keen to do Mount Airlie track and a couple more harder ones out Lithgow, but just with how wet it was, just wasn't really like it was going to be a mission trying to do them. And I've heard that Mount Airlie track gets pretty slippery when it gets wet too, which it's hard enough as is, and I've discovered that I'm still learning to drive this patrol. It's been really good the last couple of days to do that more relaxing stuff and really just soaking it in and then making up the trip day to day as I always do, depending on the weather and what we feel like doing. But I reckon today was the perfect day out. We didn't rush around, we just relaxed.
Looks like we packed up camp just in time. Has had a bit of rain come in again this morning, unfortunately. Beautiful spot here on the river though, before this rain came. I'm just stirring up these tyres now at the moment, put a bit of pressure in them because we're going on the main road, and then the plan is, or was, I don't know yet, to head back towards Lithgow and head out Lake Lyle area tonight and do some four-wheel driving out there on the Cox's River and stuff. But if this rain sets in again, might just head home today, we'll see, because the plan is to head home tomorrow. But if we get there and it's just raining, I don't think we'll worry about going out. It's going to be a slippery mess out there and camping and setting up in the rain again. But yeah, we'll make the drive there and then we'll see what happens. So this could be the last episode of this series, or there could be one more if we head out there, see what happens.
All my walls are covered in words, and while you sleep, I mark my goals. Stand tall, think clear. Don't let them see a hint of fear.
Up off that hill, we're going to take Pinnacle Fire Train net. Well, up off that hill. You know, do a bit more relaxing stuff. We did that.
And jump from the car, open your mouth, take a deep breath, run fast and don't stop at the edge. You can be